tangents and secants part 2. In part 1 we have seen that the problems based on theorem 9.1, that is finding the length of the tangents using theorem 9.1. What is theorem 9.1? Theorem 9.1 states the tangent of any circle is perpendicular to the radius drawn through the point of contact. Any tangents, if you draw the tangent of the circle and this is the center, if you draw radius through the point of contact, then this is 90 degrees. This radius is perpendicular to the tangent. Okay, but in this video we are going to prove theorem 9.2. What is theorem 9.2 states? The length of the tangents drawn from the external point are equal. Okay, see, we can draw infinite tangents to a circle, but if P is the external point, from P how many tangents we can draw? I told you already, we can draw only two tangents. One is above the center and below the center. Okay, we can draw only two tangents from exterior point. Now we have to prove this tangent PA and PB are equal. Okay, these two are tangents because they are touching the circle at only one point, PA and PB. Now we have to prove PA and PB are equal in length. Okay, required to prove. What we have to prove? The length of the tangents drawn from external point are equal, that is PA equal to PB. So to prove PA and PB are equal, first join OA and OB and also OP to get two triangles. Join OA, OB and OP. Now we got two triangles, OAP and OBP. To prove PA and PB are equal, I want to prove these two triangles are congruent. We know if two triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts are equal. Okay, how to prove triangle OAP and OBP are equal? We have four congruency properties. What are those? SSS, SAS, ASS and RHS. See, from theorem 9.1, this angle tangent is perpendicular to the radius. Here OB is also radius which is perpendicular to the tangent. Okay, to prove two triangles are congruent, we have to see three equal measures of this triangle and this triangle. If you compare these two triangles, three measures of this triangle should be equal to three measures of this triangle. Okay. Since these two triangles are right angle triangles, I want to prove these two triangles are congruent by RHS axiom. See, first I am writing triangle OAP, triangle OBP. I am comparing two triangles OAP and OBP. Now I am going to prove these two triangles are congruent. See, since tangent is perpendicular to the radius, can I write O angle OAP is equal to angle OBP? Why? Because here this angle is also 90, both are 90. So right angle, both are right angles. Next, this OP is common in both the triangles. OP is common. OP equal to OP. Reason? Common. Okay, and this OP is what? Which is opposite to the right angle. So OP is a hypotenuse. So this is hypotenuse. Right angles are equal. Next, hypotenuse also same. Next, this OA is radius, OB is also radius. Since radii of the same circle are equal, OA is equal to OB. OA, OB are radii of the same circle. Therefore, OA equal to OB. This is side. Since radii are equal. So which property? RHS. From RHS axiom, from RHS congruency, triangle OAP is congruent to triangle OBP. Okay, what I proved, this triangle is congruent to this triangle. Once we get two triangles are congruent, we can write their corresponding parts are equal. From CPCT, what is CPCT? Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. This is corresponding to this is corresponding to this, and this AP is corresponding to BP. So AP is equal to BP. Okay, hence prove. Okay, PA equal to PB or AP equal to BP. What are PA and PB here? They are tangents of the circle. Okay, what I proved? The tangents drawn from the external point are equal. First, I join OA and OB and also OP. Next, I compare these two triangles and I prove these two triangles are congruent. Okay. Next, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. OA is corresponding to OB. Since they are radial, they are equal. And OP is the common side of both the triangles. OP also equal. The third side, P and PB are corresponding since they are congruent triangles. By which property? RHS property. Right angle and hypotenuse and one side. Okay, from RHS congruency, these two triangles are congruent. Then PA equal to PB. So this is a method to prove the length of the tangents from exterior point are equal. So if this is 8 centimeter, this length is also 8 centimeters. Okay. So for any circle, if you draw tangents from the external point, then these two tangents always equal. So using this theorem, now we will see how to solve the problems. Next question is, prove that the parallelogram circumscribing a circle is a rhombus. Okay, the parallelogram circumscribing the circle is what? Rhombus. We have to prove this parallelogram is rhombus. First, what is circumscribing? What is mean by circumscribing? See, we know about circumcircle. Circumcircle means the circle passes through the vertices of a triangle or vertices of a polygon. Okay, the circle which passes through the vertices of a polygon is nothing but circumcircle. Here, polygon circumscribing a circle. What is meant by polygon circumscribing? Polygon circumscribing means the circle here, the polygon is touching the circle in such a way that the vertices are outside and the circle is touching the sides. How? All these sides are tangents of the circle. Okay. If all these sides are tangents of the circle, that means the circle is touching each side at one point. Okay. So this side at one point, and similarly all the four sides are touching the circle at one point. So this is circumscribing, polygon circumscribing the circle. Here which polygon is circumscribing a circle? Parallelogram. Parallelogram. If parallelogram circumscribing the circle, then that parallelogram is what? Rhombus. That we have to prove. Okay. First, given. What is given? ABCD is a rhombus. Okay. Sorry, ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. We have to prove this ABCD is rhombus. Okay. The parallelogram circumscribing the circle is a rhombus. Given ABCD is a parallelogram, we have to prove this ABCD is a rhombus. Okay. Now, since ABCD is a parallelogram, what are the properties of parallelogram? Opposite sides are equal. Okay. So, since ABCD is a parallelogram, AB is equal to DC and this AD is equal to BC. Okay. In parallelogram, both pairs of opposite sides are equal and parallel. In rhombus also, both pairs of opposite sides are equal and also adjacent sides also equal. That means all the four sides of a rhombus are equal. Okay. You know, every rhombus is a parallelogram, but every parallelogram is need not to be a rhombus, because all the properties of parallelogram does rhombus also have. In parallelogram, opposite angles equal and adjacent angles are supplementary. In rhombus also, opposite angles are equal and adjacent angles are supplementary. But in parallelogram, only opposite pair of opposite sides are equal, but in rhombus, not only opposite, even adjacent sides also equal. That means all the four sides are equal. So here we have only opposite sides are equal. to prove ABCD is a rhombus, we have to prove these adjacent sides also equal. So to prove ABCD is a rhombus, what we have to prove? Either AB is equal to BC or AB is equal to AD. Anything we can prove. Either AB equal to BC, this adjacent side, or these adjacent sides are equal. Now in this problem I am going to prove this AB is equal to BC. So how to prove AB is equal to BC? Simple. In previous theorem, in theorem 9.2, what is theorem 9.2 saying? It is saying that the tangents drawn from the external points are equal. Since AP, here AB is a tangent and the part of AP is also tangent. If we take this line segment up to AP, this is a tangent and this AS is also tangent. Since this two tangents drawn from the external point from theorem 9.2, can I write AP and AS are equal? AP is equal to AS because AP and AS are tangents which are drawn from the external point. I am taking AP equal to AS. Next, PB equal to QB. PB equal to QB because PB and QB are tangents which are drawn from the external point B. Similarly, RC equal to QC and DR equal to, what is DR? DR equal to DS. Okay, here I wrote the four equations from theorem 9.2. This is from theorem 9.2. What is theorem 9.2? Tangents drawn from the external points are tangents drawn from the external points are equal. Just now we proved theorem 9.2. Now to prove AB and BC are equal, I am adding these four equations. Let us take this is equation 1, this is equation 2, this is equation 3 and this is equation 4. So I am adding equation 1, 2, 3, 4. First I am adding all the LHS. AP plus PB plus RC plus DR equal to AS plus QB plus QC plus DS. Okay, so adding equation 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, that means sum of all LHS equal to sum of all RHS. See here, AP plus PB equal to how much? Here AP and PB. AP plus PB equal to AB. Okay, in place of AP plus PB I am writing AB. Next, RC plus DR. RC and DR equal to DC. Okay. Next, AS plus QB. AS plus QB. Now, if you take AS plus QB, nothing we will get. But AS plus DS, here DS is there, AS. AS plus DS equal to AD. And QB plus QC. QB and QC equal to BC. Okay. Next, since AB and DC are equal, since ABCD is what? Parallelogram. Here I wrote AB equal to DC, AD equal to BC. This one will take equation capital A because already 1, 2, 3, 4 we wrote here. So from equation A, capital A, Roman number 1, we can write in place of DC we can write AB, in place of AD we can write BC. So AB plus DC, in place of DC I am writing AB. AB plus AB. Next, AD, BC are same. So in place of AD we can write BC, BC because I want to prove AD equal to BC. What is AB plus AB? 2AB. BC plus BC? 2BC. So AB equal to BC. So we got adjacent sides of this parallelogram also equal. Hence ABCD is a rhombus. Is it simple or not? So using theorem 9.2, just write the equations. This is equal to this, this is equal to this, this equal to this, and this equal to this. And here you have to remember one thing. When writing this equation 1, 2, 3, 4, you have to write this parts of above and below, parts of AB and BC, one side, that is AP, PB, RC and DR, write in LHS, and these are in RHS. Okay, parts of both opposite sides write in one side, and parts of this opposite sides write in RHS. Then you will get AB plus DC equal to AD plus DC. Okay. So first write what is given. ABCD is a parallelogram, and we have to prove here ABCD is a rhombus. First learn the properties of parallelogram and rhombus. In parallelogram only opposite sides are equal. In rhombus all the four sides are equal. So to prove this parallelogram is a rhombus, it is enough to prove that adjacent sides also equal. Here AB and BC are adjacent. Next problem is about concentric circles. Two concentric circles of radii 3 centimeters and 5 centimeters. Find the length of the chord which is touching the inner circle at one point. Okay. So here, what is concentric circle? Concentric circles means the circles, two or more circles with same center but different radii. Okay, here given two circles of radii 3 centimeters and 5 centimeters. 3 centimeters is the radius of the smaller circle or inner circle, and the radius of the outer circle or larger circle is 5 centimeters. And what we have to find? Length of the chord AB. See here, AB is the chord of the larger circle. What is mean by chord? Chord is nothing but the line segment joining any 2 points on the circle. And this AB is not only chord of the larger circle. Since it is touching the smaller circle at one point, this AB is also tangent. Okay, so we have to find the length of the chord of the larger circle, which is also the tangent of the inner circle. So to find this AB, first write the given thing. Two circles of radii. Radii is a plural word for radius. Let P be the point of contact. What is point of contact? The only common point for circle and tangent. Let P be the point of contact. Next, construction. We have to take some additional details, that is join OP, OA and OB. So in construction part, join OP, OA and OB. Now angle in this triangle AOP, in triangle AOP, angle APO equal to 90 degrees. APO equal to 90 degrees. Why? Because from theorem 9.1, what is theorem 9.1? The radius of the circle is perpendicular to the tangent. So OP is perpendicular to AB and also perpendicular to AB. Next, since it is a right angle triangle, we can write square of the hypotenuse equal to sum of the squares of other two sides from Pythagoras theorem. Okay. From Pythagoras theorem, what is hypotenuse here? Radius of the outer circle is 5 centimeters and radius of the inner circle is 3 centimeters. That is AO square equal to OP square plus AP square. What is AO? 5 square. 5 square equal to 3 square plus AP square. So 25 minus 9 equal to AP square. AP square equal to 16. AP equal to root 16, that is 4 centimeters. We got AP equal to 4 centimeters. But what we have to find? We have to find the length of AB. See here, this side radius of the triangle is, radius of the circle is 5 centimeters. Here also radius of the outer circle is 5 centimeters. We can prove in two methods. One is just using Pythagoras theorem, this square equal to this square plus this square. Here also we'll get 4 centimeters. But in theorems, not theorem, it is a statement. Statement of concentric circles is the larger circle chord. The chord of the larger circle is bisected by the point of contact. That means this point of contact is bisecting the chord of the larger circle. Okay, whenever the chord touches the inner circle, then definitely this chord is bisected by the point of contact. That means this P is the midpoint of AB. If AP equal to 4, obviously PB is also 4. So from statement 2, directly we can write AP equal to PB. That means AP equal to, or total AD equal to 2 times of AB. From statement 2, what is AP? We got 4 centimeters. So total AB equal to 8 centimeters. Okay. First write the given thing. 2 circles, 2 concentric circles of radius 5 centimeters and 3 centimeters. Next join OP, OA and OB. Next in triangle OAP, this angle is 90 degrees from theorem 9.1. Radius is perpendicular to the tangent. So we have 2 sides in a right angle triangle. Using Pythagoras theorem, find the third side, that is AP. We got AP equal to 4 centimeters. And the chord of the larger circle bisected by point of contact. That is from statement 2. Or as we find the length of AP, you can find the length of AB using Pythagoras theorem also. Or directly you can write AB equal to 2 times of AB. So AB equal to 2 into 4, 8 centimeters. So this is a method to find the length of the